Good day, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at creating filters within Infor CRM. I've currently opened my Infor CRM and I'm logged in as the administrator. On the navigation bar you can see that I'm on the Opportunities entity looking at the group of all opportunities. In my list view of opportunities over on the right hand side of the screen then you'll see the different filters available to me in opportunities. One of them being estimated close. In estimated close here, make mental note here of the different months that are listed here. This is a special function within the filter from Infor CRM that we'll look at in just a few minutes here. We also have a stage filter. You'll see in the stage filter it lists all the different stages that are available to us. Let's look at the status filter. The status filter is listing distinct values here. So in the distinct values we see we have closed won, closed lost, and open. Let's also look at, let's go back up here a little bit. I want to look at the potential filter. The potential filter is listing different ranges of values. So it's got 0 to 999 and then 1,000 to 9,999. You'll see the different numbers of opportunities that fall within those ranges. So we'll look at how to set up a range filter as well. Now, during this little webinar, I want to look at creating a new filter for type. Right now, you see we do not have a type filter here. So let's go look at type and we'll look at some of these other filters, how they're set up. To do that, over on the left-hand side of my screen, I'm going to scroll down here, find my administration menu. And in the administration menu, I'm just going to go to the Entity Manager. When that Entity Manager comes up, I have limited down to OPP here in the display name, so I see my opportunity. I can just highlight opportunity, and then down in the bottom half of the screen, I can see my different filters. I'll pull that up a little bit here so we have a little bit more screen. And here's the existing filters we have on the opportunity level. So we looked at a few of them out in the list view for the opportunity. Now I want to look at how those were created. One of them being the estimated close. So I highlight estimated close, just click on the little pencil here to see how that was created. We'll see here in the estimated close filter, the display name, of course, is estimated close. The field it's using is the estimated close field. And you'll see here in the range, they have SLX monthly. Now that's an Infor CRM function that allows us to show the months of the year just by putting this SLX monthly in. We don't actually have to type in those ranges. So that's kind of a cool little trick there. We also want to look at, let me see here, in the potential, I believe, if we edit that one. Yeah, in the potential, here's another range we have here. This time they set up the range as we looked at 0 to 999, 1,000 to 9,999, and so on. If we scroll down, we see our other ranges here. So you can always use this when you're setting up a range filter. You can come in here and look at one of these to see how they set up their filter so you can get yours set up correctly. Let me cancel that one. Let's look at the stage filter. I'll edit that one. And in there, we'll see again they've got ranges there. So now they've got the different ranges for the different stages. I wanted to find a distinct value here, the status field. If we highlight the status field and edit that, we'll see there that is distinct values. So the type of filter is called distinct, and that will just list the distinct values that are already in that field for this filter. Let's go ahead and set up a new filter for type. So I'm just going to click the plus sign here. In the display name, I'll just type in the word type. I tab out of that field and it puts in the name for me. This is going to be distinct values, and you see here this is where we choose our different types of filters. So this will be distinct. The field we're going to use then, if I click the drop down, because we're in the opportunity entity, it's listing the opportunity fields, and I'm just going to scroll down here and find my type field. I'll leave the characters at 0 so it lists all the different types that are available to me, all the different distinct values. And click on OK. And there it created my new type field we see up on the top here. And now I'm just going to go back to my opportunities entity down the left-hand side of the screen there. And again, I'm on all opportunities group. Over on the right-hand side of the screen here, you see we still do not have a type filter. We need to add that type filter, or the type field rather, into the layout of this group in order for our filter to show up. So I'm going to edit this all opportunities group. I'm going to go to Opportunity, find the type field, and double click on it. When I double clicked on it, and there's my type field in my layout, and I'm just going to move it left a little bit here. Well, I'll leave it right there. It's right next to Stage, the type field. And I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. Now, when I click on OK, you'll see that I have the type field as a column in the layout of my group. And over on the right-hand side of the screen in my filters now, I see my type filter. So if I click on the little drop-down arrow next to type, now we see all the different types available to me. So these are all the distinct values that show up in the type field for all my opportunities. So if I click on, let's say, hot here, then it lists just the hot opportunities because my filter is chosen on that type. If we clear that filter, we go right back to our all opportunities, which are 524 opportunities. So that's a very quick, easy way to set up a filter within the web client itself. These can also be set up in the application architect, but this is a quick, easy way that the administrator can do it right here, right within the web client. Thank you for joining me today. Have a great afternoon.